everyone, it's Michelle here, back with another video sharing with you the teas, spritzes, and sprays that I use in my fine natural hair. Now, first of all, these are what I would call semi-DIYs. They're not really complete DIY products, and of course, when I don't feel like DIYing, I use some natural spritzes that will help my hair to stay more moisturized. And anyway, let's get right to that. Starting with hot water. And I'm basically going to make 2 teas right now in front of you. And it's really very simple. These, again, are what I like to call semi-DIYs because they're ingredients that are already packed together, but you have to add things to them. So starting with the Aloe Vera Leave-In and Curl Refresher Spray. This is from Herbal Organic. All of their products are pretty much dehydrated. There's no water in them, and what you would do is you mix them with either water or other fresh natural ingredients. So in order to make this aloe vera spritz, what you have to do, and this is basically any of their spritzes, any of their sprays, you want to take about a teaspoon of the powder, add it to a muslin bag or something that you can like steep and make a cup of tea. So I'm not going to measure it out. I kind of know what a teaspoon is like. So I'm just going to pour a little bit. And I also am not making a huge full serving because of the fact that I am, these don't last very long. There's no preservatives in them. So what I'll do is I just add the tea bag to a cup, pour the hot water. It's not good to use boiling water because boiling water pretty much will cook your herbs, and you don't want that. So I let that steep, and it doesn't take very long at all. That one is good for just refreshing your curls throughout the week. Another DIY spray I like to use is their green tea leave-in and strengthening tea. So this one, premise is the same. Instead of a powder, these are pretty much herbs. And you do the same thing. You would take your muslin bag. And when you buy these from Herbal Organic, they provide the muslin bags for you. So I'm going to measure out some, about a teaspoon, maybe a little bit less because I'm making 4 ounces of each instead of 8 ounces. When you first start out making these concoctions, you use a measuring spoon, but after you've been doing it for a while, you kind of know, like, how much you need. So, oops, I almost put that in there. So I'm going to pour my hot water in this other glass. Use the rest of that. And then I'm going to steep my bag. Okay, so now I also created this video a long time ago of making a henna tea spray. That is a really popular spray amongst the natural hair community. Curly Proverbs, she started it. She shared the recipe. She's mixed it with other herbs like shikakai, henna, and amla. I have decided to try something different, and I've been doing this for a while. Instead of using the mixture that Curly Proverbs says, I basically got me some Nupur henna, which is already a mixture of a bunch of herbs containing shikakai and hibiscus and a lot of other really good herbs along with the henna. And then what I would do is the same way that I would make the Herbal Organic sprays. I would just put the powder in a bag and also steep that. I'm not going to make that today because I don't want to make too many teas at once because I don't want it to go to waste. Again, these don't last very long because they do not have preservatives. Once I am done steeping my teas, this one, the longer you steep, the stronger the tea is. I don't know if you can see that, but this one here, it's looking kind of cloudy. That means it's steeping. You could leave it to steep as long as you like. Obviously, the longer the stronger. And so that is what you would do with those teas. This one is taking a little bit longer. This is the green tea. It's starting to steep as well. It's turning. But again, I use hot water and I don't use boiling water. That's it for the DIY sprays and spritzes. The aloe vera spritz, you can absolutely leave it in anytime you want. For the Napur henna tea spray, what you're going to do is the same process. However, here's a clip. A lot of people thought this was really, really funny because my cat was in the background. This was when we lived in the old apartment. But he kind of stole that show for that video. But it's the same principle. It's simply brewing your teas, letting them steep, and then applying it to your hair. Once my teas have finished spritzing, y'all, I'm crazy. Once my teas have finished steeping and I'm ready to transfer them to the applicator bottles. For the green tea, because sometimes I use this as a final rinse, what I would do is I would transfer it into this bottle using a funnel. So I take the funnel, I put it in there, and then I pour my tea in. Not going to pour it in now because it's still steeping. I'd like it to steep for a while. But when I do not feel like making any of these mixtures, I don't feel like steeping, I just want to go and have my spritz, I use Anita Grant's oil-free aloe rose hair spritz. So this is a bottle that was gifted to me. I really, really like this. It's very moisturizing. It has a pleasant scent. And then what I would do is literally spritz my hair with the spray. I don't focus so much on my scalp, but I'd spray, you know, along the shaft of my hair. And then I would take a nice butter like the Sweet Mimosa hair butter from Henna Spray, and I would take that and I would apply it mostly to the ends of my hair and just massage that in. So that's kind of like what I've been doing lately. I'm keeping braids in my hair. I'll switch it up with twists every now and again, but being quarantined in the house, I don't want to do a lot with my hair. I'm literally, and obviously it's actually starting to really pay off because my hair is really starting to grow. You know, these braids are growing, and I redo the braids every 2.5 weeks. And when I say redo them, I consolidate them and make them bigger and bigger. So I have 16 braids in my hair. 3 weeks ago I had in 32 braids, so now it's 16. And when I wash my hair in 2 weeks, well, I'll wash my hair again once with the braids in, but I'll leave it. But then in 2 more weeks, I will break them down one at a time, and I'll consolidate them, and it'll then become 8 braids. So I started out with 32, then 16, and then it will be 8. And that is pretty much it. I use this spray bottle to put a lot of my mixtures in so that when I'm ready to spray my hair, I am able to simply, you know, you press it one time and it kind of gives it an overall mist. It's really, really nicely. I will link it in the description box below. It is in my Amazon shop. That is it, guys. You know, simple hair care can be really simple. Like simple, simple, simple. Your spritzes, your sprays, your teas, all it requires is some really good herbs that your hair likes and some good old-fashioned hot H2O. Transfer it to a spray bottle, go for it. You could add some vitamin E. I don't even bother to do that. Simply just make small batches and then you can use it and you don't even have to preserve it. You could leave it in the refrigerator. That might extend the lifespan by a day or so. And you know, obviously if you keep your teas in a dark, cool place, it's better for the integrity of the tea and the spray. Anyway, that is all. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in my next video.